So who were your idols growing up? Like,
Oh, well, I had a lot. I had my musical idols.
yeah, who were they?
I loved Bruce Springsteen. I just loved. But what's interesting is I didn't know the genius of him until I started trying to create my own songs and write songs, right? So then you realize how hard that is and how hard it is finding commonality with people. So for those reasons alone, I've always loved Bruce as a writer and what he gives of himself, which is everything up there on stage.
Yeah.
And that's where I went, okay, you're either going to try to do it like that or not do it at all.
No kidding.
Yeah. And so that's where we kind of, you see that. And when I first saw them, I couldn't believe it.
Have you ever been able to express that too, Bruce?
Yeah. That's what's so, you go out on the road, Rich, and you start to see your dreams come true, and you go down your own journey, and then you meet these people and you become friends with them. That's been the craziest thing for me, is to even know Andy Reid or Bruce Springsteen, and to be able to have and tell them what they mean to you and how they may have shaped your journey, without them even knowing it. And that's been an amazing thing.
So who else? Keep going.
Well, I mean, like in sports, I mean, me and my dad, Dad loved Mickey Mantle way before, and I loved, my father was a coach, so I really looked up to my father also. Mm-hmm. But in football, I mean, I still loved watching Dan Marino throw the football. I love, even though he won all the games, never was here, but I really looked up to him as a kid. There was a guy that played, because he played at Tennessee and went to the Patriots. That's the reason that I really, as a kid, if I had a pro allegiance, it went to the Patriots, because there was a guy, I don't know if you remember, his name was Stanley Morgan.
Of course.
And Stanley Morgan played at Tennessee.
Right? Yeah.
And I loved him. Wore number 21 at Tennessee and then went to the Patriots.
Yep.
And so it was those things like that I just, my brain was everywhere with music and sports.
You got to meet Brady? Did you ever?
Oh yeah, I've met Tom a couple times, but it was later, and so I didn't really. Of course, he's you look up to Tom, but as a kid, I just had so many people that just took my imagination everywhere,
Yeah. Kenny Chesney here on the Rich Eisen Show. Boys of the Fall. Multiple week #1 song, remains the quintessential anthem for high school football players and programs across America. Tell me about that one, Boys of the Fall.
Boys of the Fall was, speaking of Sean Payton, was a song I put out, I think it was 2010?
2010.
Yeah.
It's right after the Saints won it.
That's right. And so I reached out to Sean and I said, look, we're going to shoot this clip. We're going to shoot this video for Boys of the Fall. It's about high school football.
Yeah.
And it's just about the family of it all. I said, I want you to go to your high school, where you went. It was in Illinois somewhere. I forgot the name of the high school. But I want you to give a pregame speech to the team that you played for.
Yeah.
And it wasn't written. We didn't script anything. And to hear him give that pregame speech shows you why he is brilliant at what he does.
Yeah.
I mean, it was off the top of his head, and I was stunned at what he said. And if that don't get you ready to play football, nothing does. But Sean was a big part of that. And that led to us doing an actual 30-30-esque thing for ESPN called Boys of Fall, and it led to it. Rich, all of a sudden I found myself going and sitting in the homes of all these people like John Madden and Bobby Bowden and Nick Saban and talking about just the game. And that's what so the song was more than just a song. And Sean helped me do all that, right? Mm-hmm. So next thing, it was crazy. It was just such a huge chapter of my life, that song was.
Do you have a prediction for the game, Kenny Chesney?
Well, I saw a crazy stat this morning where Mahomes, when he's an underdog, is some obscene number. His record is like 10-2, not covering but winning the game.
Right.
So it's just impossible to bet against them. I mean, I'm taking. Is the line 2 today? I don't know.
What is it, Chris?
What's the line today?
2.5. So.
It's hard.
But just straight up, what do you think?
I think Chiefs. They're just too hot of a team.
And Andy Reid would be back to back.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
And That's
3 and 4.
So I mean, that's just an unbelievable thing to, especially for someone that you're friends with, to know that they have left their mark on a game like that. My God.
Do you know what Andy Reid's favorite song of yours is for him? Has he told you that?
Well, he's done. I have my own radio station on Sirius XM called No Shoes Radio, and Andy Reid was actually a guest DJ on it once. And so he, as you would imagine, he goes on and on and on about Boys of Fall and what it means to him. And so that, I'm pretty sure if you ask him, it's that.
Dude, how cool is that?
Yeah, that was really cool.
Andy Reid is a guest DJ?
He was a guest DJ on my radio station and did a hell of a job. I mean, I was impressed.
Like what? He would lead. Would he hit the?
No, you give him an hour. So let's just say if somebody does it, we'll have my guy. You do it over. He'll either come to you, and it's not live.
Yeah, right. Sure.
You do a bunch of stuff, and you edit it down, and so he talks about all of his favorite songs. He talks about what they play in the stadium pregame, about coming to shows of mine, and other people that he loves going to shows to, and he did a really incredible job.
Long distance dedications. His mom.
Yeah. Who did that? Casey Kasem.
Casey Kasem.
Oh my God!
This one goes out.
That's so funny.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.